Okay, if you guys don't already know, yogurt actually can be a really great tool if you have a weight loss goal. In fact, I actually make my own homemade Greek yogurt, but there are a lot of different high quality brands that will support your weight loss and wellness goals. There's also some that won't. In fact, they'll completely work against your goals, even different types of yogurts that can work against your goals. So today I'm going to be taking you to the grocery store and showing you exactly what to look out for, what you should be buying, and what you really should be avoiding. My name's Autumn. I'm a certified clinical nutritionist with my master's nutrition human performance, and I'm pretty sure I'm not actually allowed to film at Whole Foods. So yesterday I went to the store and filmed a bunch of different yogurts to show you guys, and I'm going to be going over them with you right now so that I don't get in trouble with Whole Foods. I go there too often for them to be mad at me. Okay, so the first thing we need to talk about is just regular plain old yogurt. However, this can cover a bunch of different types of milk. So it can be like cow's milk, sheep's milk, goat's milk, any type of milk. It's just the general yogurt category. Now the difference between regular yogurt like these and other different types of yogurt like Greek yogurt or Skyr is that it's just plain old fermented milk. So you're literally just taking milk and fermenting it. That's what you're getting when you're buying at the grocery store. And because of this, yogurt is going to be a little bit lower in protein and a little bit higher in carbs. So for this general category, which can cover a lot of different brands, it's not the best option from a weight loss perspective because you'd have to eat so much of it to get the amount of protein your body needs at that one meal. And because the carb content is a little bit higher, so if you're carb sensitive, in order to get that amount of protein from yogurt, you'd have to eat so much and the carbs would really start to go up. But if you just want to consume yogurt, if you're using it for a recipe, what I look for is first of all that it's unsweetened or plain. You really want to make sure you're avoiding any of the fruit flavored yogurts or the vanilla yogurt. As you can see here, it has a lot of sugar. So obviously if you have a weight loss goal in mind, that will really spike your storing hormone insulin and work against your weight loss goals. But even if you're just trying to reduce breakouts or if you're just trying to improve gut health, you want to make sure you're avoiding that excess sugar. So looking for unsweetened or plain. So these different types of brands are the ones that I would use if I was going to buy just a regular plain yogurt. Now the next category are the Greek yogurt. So Greek yogurt is just plain yogurt that's gone through the straining process. The difference between yogurt and Greek yogurt is when you actually put the yogurt into a strainer and it causes the excess liquid to be strained out. So it causes the carbohydrate count to be a lot lower than regular yogurt, as well as the protein count to be a lot higher. It tends to be 2 to 3 times higher than regular yogurt. So from a weight loss perspective, this is one of the best options because you want to make sure you're getting adequate protein for the body recomposition goals. And you can actually use this for a full meal like my Greek yogurt bowls. But just like with the regular yogurt, you want to make sure that you're getting unsweetened and plain. Something else I look out for is to make sure I'm getting full fat. So it can actually be a little tricky to find this at the grocery store. One of the main reasons why I started making my own Greek yogurt is because it can be hard to find. But a common brand is this Skyr brand. You'll see it pretty much everywhere. They have it at Target, Whole Foods, Sprouts. It's everywhere. And you can see that they have different percentages. What you want to do is look for obviously the unsweetened, but also the 5%. This is going to be the highest fat possible available with this brand. And I know that might seem counterintuitive to go for a full fat dairy product when you're trying to lose weight, but not only will it make you feel more satisfied and more full and prevent sugar cravings, but full fat dairy products have actually been found to be inversely associated with obesity, meaning that you're less likely to gain weight when you have full fat dairy versus the non-fat option. Okay, next up we have one that's kind of become my new favorite yogurt, and it's Skyr. So if you're not familiar with Skyr, now that I've said it, you're going to see it everywhere because it really is everywhere now. A common brand is this Icelandic Provisions brand. What is the other one? I filmed it here. I know I did. Okay, well, maybe I didn't get footage of the other brand, but there's another really common Skyr brand. I think it's an Australian brand, not positive. But the difference between Greek yogurt and Skyr is that it also tends to be strained a little bit more than Greek yogurt. So you're actually getting even more of a concentrated yogurt than just the Greek yogurt, so it's even higher in protein. Especially if you struggle with getting your protein needs while you're on your weight loss journey, Skyr might be a better option for you than just regular Greek yogurt. And just per 3/4 cup, this brand has 14 grams of protein. Where? Oh, okay, yeah, here's the other one, Siggy's. Okay, so Siggy's, you can see with this one, they strained it even further. They have a huge amount of protein, 19 grams per 3/4 cup. That is a lot of protein. So that means you're getting 25 grams or so if you have a cup of the Siggy's Greek yogurt or Siggy's Skyr yogurt. So just like with the other ones, you wanna make sure you're looking for unsweetened. The one issue is that Skyr tends to use like a low fat or skim milk. You don't get that benefit of the full fat dairy, but you do get a higher protein intake. So what you can kind of do to offset this is just to make sure that when you have the Skyr, that you're adding in other high quality fats. I was about to say proteins. Fats to help compensate for the lost fat that you're getting by having the lower fat milk. So this could be something like peanut butter, which I know I shocked a lot of you guys by saying that's not a protein, it's actually more of a fat. You can add some peanut butter on there for some fats, or you could do like what I do where you saute up some blueberries with ghee and you get some high quality fat from the ghee. You could add nuts and seeds, some pumpkin seeds on there. There's a lot of different ways to add some high quality fats to make this like a full satiating meal along your weight loss and wellness journey. Okay, the last category that we really need to talk about are the plant-based milks, because I know there's a lot of you guys where either you're plant-based or you just don't tolerate dairy very well, which I will say though, because I used to think I didn't tolerate dairy very well at all, so I avoided even Greek yogurts or yogurts forever because I was scared of getting breakouts. If you think that you can't tolerate dairy, I would just test out low lactose dairy products like Greek yogurt or like more aged cheeses on their own, not paired with other high sugar things like, or high starch things like breads and crackers, etc., or granola, which is often paired with yogurts, because typically it's the higher lactose milks or dairy products that tend to be an issue. So things like milk or ice cream. And even those who are lactose intolerant, thank you for that, motorcycle outside. But even those who are lactose intolerant can tend to tolerate the low lactose foods like Greek yogurt or like Skyr or even like various cheeses. So I film right in front of the big window and it's always awkward when I get like someone delivering a package. I'm just talking to a camera, don't mind me. Thank you, sir. Anyway, going back to the plant-based yogurts. So there's really a couple different categories to look out for. If you do find that you prefer the plant-based yogurts, you just don't tolerate even the Greek yogurts, then that's fine. But you do need to watch out for a few things, especially if your goal is weight loss. First of all, avoid this one at all costs. Don't have this one, it's terrible, especially if you're looking to achieve a weight loss goal. I mean, let's just take a look at these nutrition facts. So first of all, the ingredients, it uses oat milk, which is just a really starchy milk product. I always say if you're going to use a non-dairy milk product, make sure you're going for unsweetened almond milk, coconut, hemp seed milk. All of those are not going to be really concentrated forms of starch that will spike your blood sugar and spike your insulin. So already not starting off great here, but it also uses potato starch. I will give them this, they did switch over to coconut oil. I know for a while they were using canola oil, so that is at least a plus. So their total protein is a very measly 4 grams per 3/4 cup. That is nothing. That is not going to get you anywhere close to your total protein needs for that day. It's not going to make you full and satisfied, no go. And it has a whopping 19 grams of carbohydrates and only 1 gram of fiber. So this one you want to skip. If you're going to go for a plant-based yogurt, completely skip over the oat-based ones. Now there's another kind of tricky one that I just wanted to point out, and it's the fermented coconut one. So common brand is like Cocoa, Coconut Cult, I think is the other brand with that cute little pink flamingo situation. They're really big in LA. That's where I first tried them. They're also very, very expensive. Just FYI. These ones I would view more as just like a probiotic supplement and much less as an actual yogurt to use as a meal. Because let's take a look again at these ingredients and nutrition facts. So you can see for a serving, which I think is a half cup for this, it has 8 grams of total carbs, actually a good amount of fiber though, 4 grams of fiber, so that's great. But it only has 3 grams of protein. When we're looking at yogurt, typically, especially if you're following my recipes, it's used as a source of protein. Already, most people are not getting nearly enough to feel satisfied, to prevent sugar cravings, and to work with a weight loss goal. You know, having this as something alongside your meal, totally fine. As your protein source, not an option. But there is a plant-based one that is pretty great. Here we have Kite Hill, they're like Greek style yogurt. Now I still, if you are okay with dairy, would recommend the dairy product over this option because of the source of protein is not nearly as high quality. However, if you are purely plant-based, or if you are completely staying away from dairy, then this is the second best option. Because as you can see, it actually has 0 grams of sugar, which is fantastic. They do have other options that add sugar in. So if you're going plant-based, just make sure you opt for the 0 grams of sugar option or the unsweetened option. And as you can see, it has 17 grams of protein. So that's huge. That's so much better than all of these other plant-based options. So as you can see with the ingredients, this is why I'm like not as big of a fan of it as the dairy options, but it uses almond milk, which is way better than the oat milk option. Just keep that in mind. And then it uses soy protein isolate. So in terms of the quality of protein, soy protein isolate is going to be actually one of the better plant-based options. It's higher on the DIAS score. If it were potato protein isolate, then that would actually be even better, ironically. But you know, it's not as good as some of the others. So if you are okay with having the dairy products, that would be a higher quality protein for your goals. So in terms of a plant-based option, this is going to be your best bet. Make sure you go for the unsweetened route. But again, if you can have the dairy, I would recommend sticking with the dairy. And just like huge bonus points, if you can find the grass-fed option for obviously the dairy products, I would really recommend that because it's an amazing source of vitamin K2, which is a lot different than K1 that we get from vegetables. K2 is a vitamin that's made by cows when they actually eat grass. And so therefore, like conventional cows that are eating grass can't make K2, so we don't get the K2 in their milk. And K2 is so essential for getting the calcium out of your arteries and into your bones. So this like works in 2 different ways. It helps with your heart health because it's getting the calcium that would otherwise cause calcification of the arteries, getting it out of the arteries and putting it someplace else. So from a heart health perspective, that's super important. But also from a bone health perspective, which is really important from a weight loss perspective and with aging, because a lot of people get osteoporosis as they age, but also when they are focused on losing weight. Because bone loss can occur with weight loss, so you wanna make sure that first of all, you're getting enough protein, but you're also getting vitamin K2 to get the calcium and put it into your bones for those strong, healthy bones. And you can't really do that without vitamin K2. So if you can get grass-fed, that is a much better option. And I know it can be a little tricky to find. I listed in this video a couple different brands that I usually recommend that are grass-fed, one of them being, I think, Maple Hill, I believe Strauss is, and then I showed it on the screen. There's another one, but I can't remember right now. But if you can't find it local to you, then this might be time to look into making your own yogurt. I swear it's really not hard. I do it every single week. It's really easy to make a lot of it, and it's actually a lot less expensive. It saves me like $500 a year, which especially right now with groceries being insanely high, that really adds up. So if you guys wanna check out that video, I'll have it linked right up here. It teaches you exactly how to make Greek yogurt with the grass-fed milk. Also, if you're new to my channel and you love this science-backed information, make sure you subscribe right here. Come out new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. All right guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in my next video.